everyone, welcome to this updated video. I really hope that you have been great over the past couple of days, and we're going to be looking at what is going on across the Atlantic basin, with focus being mostly on the Caribbean. So there are a couple of frontal systems out there. This is a time of year to be anticipating them, but there's been sort of a new rainy pattern set up in parts of the Caribbean. So I also want to get into the details regarding that. Now, as we take a closer look at the region, we can see some of those gray areas, of those clouds, the white, as well, a bit of convection in the West Caribbean. So there is a bit of activity in the region. And we've got a lot of low-level clouds, which are not the most apparent on the infrared weather satellite. So that's what we're looking at, the infrared satellite. So looking at the visible satellite, we can kind of see that there's a lot more action going on, especially towards the surface. So there's been quite a bit of rain in parts of Jamaica, continuous rainfall over the past several days, for some areas. A lot of these southwestern parishes have not really been experiencing as much rainfall compared to the north and eastern parishes of Jamaica. And even other areas, parts of the Lesser Antilles, ABC Islands, maybe some passing showers. You can let me know what's been going on for you. And in addition to that, this is a look at the rainfall forecast for today. So we can see that this map gets pretty colorful in some areas, and the more color we see indicates more rain. So towards parts of Central America, Belize, the Keys, the Bay Islands, northern Honduras, sections of Honduras itself, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, sections of Panama, we see quite a bit of color. So there could be some heavy rainfall within the area. Even heading down to northern South America, parts of Colombia, and towards the Guyanas, it gets quite colorful. So for Guyana, Suriname, and French Guiana, there could be some periods of heavy rainfall today. And then looking to the Lesser Antilles, Trinidad, all the way up through Anguilla, we can see that it gets pretty colorful there as well. ABC Islands, some more passing showers possible. Same thing for parts of Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, Hispaniola, Jamaica, as I had mentioned. Not as much for most of Cuba. Cayman Islands, maybe a stray shower or so. And then for parts of the southern Bahamas and Turks and Caicos, it may get a little bit active. Now, with the frontal systems making their way out, and especially when we have that wind change, winds mostly coming from the north for parts of the Caribbean, that also helps out to influence where exactly receives rainfall. For example, for the past couple of days, it's been most of northern and eastern Jamaica. Let's go on to this wind map here. So here we can see these different colors. The more we head towards those blue shadings indicate stronger winds. So as we head throughout today, notice some of these tilted wind barbs pointing towards the northeast. So winds are coming in from the northeast for areas such as Jamaica, for example, mostly from the east for sections of Cuba, especially later today when you would have been seeing this video as well, and primarily from the east for the Lesser Antilles. So this is for these surface winds. And then when we're talking about the low-level clouds, those winds are influencing where those clouds go and where we'll receive rainfall. So that's the kind of pattern setup that we have, and the kind of pattern that we're going to be seeing as we head towards winter, and even through early winter, especially headed to next month in January as well. So when these frontal systems make their way through, they help out to bring along the rainfall activity, intermittent, continuous rainfall, and even those stronger winds at times, those rougher seas, cooler temperatures when they dip down far enough. So that's the kind of activity we're going to be experiencing on a continual basis. And it's going to be a bit of a while until the next cool down from a frontal system dipping into the Caribbean. I have been watching for that as well. And of course, guys, I'm going to be keeping you posted as time goes by. Now, in the event of any heavy rainfall, this is something I like to reiterate as much as possible. Please stay safe. Do not take any unnecessary risks. And I'll keep you posted. So that is it for this updated video. I really do hope that you found it to be very informative. However, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. I will respond to you when I have the chance to do so. And remember to always be weatherwise.